Hey there, South Mississippi. Chief Meteorologist Jeansonne here. The quick update on the forecast as we work our way into the weekend. The forecast keeps trending colder for the weekend, and we could be looking at near record cold temperatures for Saturday. The record for Gulfport Biloxi International is 22. The forecast is 24. Biloxi, now those observations are actually taken at WLOX, and they are merged with records that go back to 1893. And so the forecast for Biloxi is 24 degrees, and the record is 24 degrees. Now, Moss Point at Trent Lott, the record is 25 for Saturday. 21 is the forecast, so it certainly is going to be cold out there. These are our low temperatures for Saturday morning. Pipe bursting freeze Friday night going into Saturday morning. Hours below freezing. We could be anywhere from 8 to 10 hours below freezing along the coast. North of I-10, 10 to 15 hours, maybe a little bit more, below freezing Friday night going into Saturday morning. These are the high temperatures on Saturday. Some of us are going to struggle to get above freezing, especially for areas across Pearl River, Stone, and George counties. Temperatures may hover right around freezing briefly, and then they start to fall once again. Sunday morning has the potential to be the coldest morning of the season so far, with lows generally in the low 20s, and that certainly would be in record category for Gulfport Biloxi International, for Biloxi, and also Moss Point at Trent Lott. So we could be looking at some record cold over the weekend. Temperatures Sunday morning further inland, we could be looking at some mid-teens to start off your Sunday morning. Certainly some pretty cold temperatures out there. We could be anywhere from 20 to 22 hours below freezing, especially for those inland locations Saturday night going into the first half of the day on Sunday. So the front, it comes in on Friday, so tomorrow we're not going to notice the dramatic drop in temperature until after about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The front comes in probably around noon. We're going to notice the wind is going to pick up during the day, but then the cold air will kind of lag behind. And as that area of low pressure develops and moves off to the east, we could be dealing with a snowstorm across the Carolinas and Georgia. We are not dealing with any snow from this. We are not expecting snow. We are not expecting ice. We're not worried about travel problems because of this cold air. Simply just some cold air that we all just need to be prepared for in terms of the 4 Ps: people, pets, pipes, and plants. So looking outside now in the Hancock Whitney Bank Tower Cam at Gulfport, we're sitting at 41 degrees. We got a dew point now of 39. We're not expecting a freeze tonight, so that at least is some good news. The skies are clear. Overnight in general, low temperatures, a mix of 30s and 40s. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast. By 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're looking at some mid-40s. As we work our way towards lunchtime, generally in the mid to upper 50s. After about 3 o'clock, notice Pearl River County, we start to see those temperatures begin to drop. The colder air begins to usher its way on in, and by 6 p.m., areas falling into the 40s, and then once the sun goes down, we're really going to see that cold air really just kind of rush on in. Here's what I was talking about, the wind. We'll start to notice the wind pick up by the afternoon, by around lunchtime out of the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but it will gradually become breezier throughout the day, and by Friday night, we're looking at winds gusting well over 30 miles per hour into Saturday morning. Winds on Saturday could be gusting 30 to 35 with temperatures in the 20s all day, or 20s and 30s. So that's going to put our wind chill values during the day in the teens and 20s. So a brisk north wind all day Saturday. Temperatures struggling to get above freezing. Wind chill values teens and 20s. Here's a look at those wind chills. Single digits to teens Saturday morning. Fast forward to lunchtime, still lunchtime, we're looking at wind chill values in the teens. Maybe we'll get into the 20s by the afternoon, but then, well, we start to see those numbers go down again. Ocean Springs Elks Parade, Crew Unique Parade, it's going to be cold. Bundle up if you're going to be heading to that parade. The Biloxi Parade, it's still going to be cold. At least we'll be in the 40s by 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And the wind, instead of 15 to 30, it'll be about 5 to 15. So that we'll take that. Your 7-day forecast, it looks like this again throughout the next several days. We're looking at pipe bursting cold Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. But if we get through all of that, we'll start to see a warming trend by the beginning of next week. So we just got to get through this really cold weekend first.